Hi Pisces, and welcome to your November 2022 read. Thank you. Thank you for all your support. Excuse me. Thank you for all who have reached out for a read. Thank you to those who supported my book and still continue to do so. Thank you for being you. I so greatly appreciate it. Before we get started, in terms of the November read, I have a question for you to ponder, and that is, how have you served humanity this past year? If you feel inclined to leave it in the comments, great. If not, no answer is actually needed, but I do appreciate any of your feedback always, right? To help others. How have we served others this past year? A father figure on the other side, just flipped out. I'm going to put this, I'm going to put this back, but it is the Emperor, who is the one being guided by a father figure. Okay, let's start. This read is for Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, and or Venus. Okay, these cards spoke to me, and then we'll look at the bottom where we're healing still. We're becoming more transparent. We're seeing ourselves in a different light. We're pouring out energy from probably healing from a father that on the other side, or a loss of a father. Okay, wow. Page of Swords, Nine of Cups, Ten of Swords, the Tower, and the Nine of Wands. So, in all of this chaos right here, and I'm going to tell you, some of this read is very clearly connected to Aquarian. So this could be Aquarius, Pisces. Either Aquarius is in your chart. I mean, we do have Gemini, Libra, Aquarius here and here. But I'm just saying, if not, just letting you know that there's a connect to Aquarius here, Pisces, Gemini, Libra, but also to the read. So you may want to just take a look or listen to it. So we have, I'm going to say, I mean, this is a celebration of life of someone, which was Aquarian's read, of someone who is an alcoholic, or just the body gave way. And now we have this depiction of the Page of Swords. Are we in tune with a son who's very closely related in terms of the thread of in knowing that, right, the apple doesn't fall far from the tree. One whom we have learned, don't forget, we had the Emperor come out. Our Heavenly Father, the father of your child, a father figure, is showing you that potentially in your family dynamic, we're going to look at it right now, but in the family dynamic, perhaps one is saying, no, I'm not drinking. I'm not doing that. Not me. But they are, and they're healing. And they're needing to heal in a way that the semblance of closeness of how one was the addictions of someone whom is near and dear to our hearts, how that shows up in our kids, and how one needs to heal from that, but healing by doing the same thing, and hopefully not literally exhausting their physical body, because once the body is exhausted, then it becomes the remains of Mother Earth. So let's see what else Spirit wants to say. Here we go, right? Showing up as well, I'm going out, I'm doing my own thing, and no, I'm not drinking. I'm just going out with friends. We're going to chill, maybe have a couple. But that's part of one of the kids' healing efforts to heal, I should say. Right there. And this could have happened anywhere from now, let's say to the past 10 years of, the capacity to be fully healed. One's heart healing completely shows up, as another's own mirror reflection. I had to wait to say that it's hard to see it. It's hard to visually see it as an outsider looking in, that one or many of your children, become the replica of the addiction, of the same addiction, or of addictions that have happened in the past. It is about the family unit, yeah? And, as hurt, let me just pull this. As hurt as one was in the family, a father figure, right? As hurt as that truth really still feels so painful. I mean, for some Pisces, it's like it just happened yesterday. I did mention in the Aquarius read that some of you are actually celebrating the life of a loss in the family. So that could be why it's so pertinent, because it could be an anniversary or close to the anniversary or birthday or something of that person who has passed on. It is a family member, however. And sometimes we do celebrate that with, a celebration of life. Right here. Celebration of life. But when it comes to, then we want to ensure that whomever this is, who maybe was, let's just say, maybe when it happened they were 15 and now they're 25. Still being seen and still healing. Nothing's wrong with that. But that's what Spirit wants to bring to our attention for you guys, right? The actions of what has transpired in a family dynamic is just exactly what's happening. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. And how do we reel that in? Do we? How do we take care of our own? When we look back, because that's what you're doing. You're taking a visual, if you will, inventory. You're taking an inventory. I'm not going to say visual, but it is visual in the sense of someone, drinking or whatever, partying it up. And to understand another who has fallen from grace, like I said in Aquarius, that you have to understand the dynamic of, and maybe that's what this child is trying to do, is trying to put themselves in the same feeling. It's all feeling here. The mindset and the feelings of their own father. Their own, like, how did it feel when my dad drank too much? Or whatever. Smoked weed or whatever. Was he happy? Was he happy? Do you know the story? Is it too painful to talk about? Someone didn't know the whole story of the history and or the history of their family dynamic as a kid growing up. Maybe they just want to delve into that emotionally when we have a chance to reflect and listen to the stories and talk about that person. There's a lot that we don't know. You know, Pisces? There's a lot that we question. A lot of hidden spaces between the words and the lines. You know? And someone has attained a new life, a new path, right? For whomever takes a really good look at themselves has a chance to change what they see and what they seek as an outcome for their lives, right? Do we see a child seeking peace and growth and abundance? But are they going about it the right way? The Three of Wands in this depiction of the Gilded Tarot Royale has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 crows. The 6 is the Justice card. It's the Balance card. The 6 is all about balancing our as above, so below. It's all about finding ourselves. And here's confirmation that it is a death that is being celebrated or was being celebrated or has already happened or will happen in November, because this is upright. It is either someone that, you know, I'm so sorry. I don't even know what to say when this happens, because I've had this message for Aquarius and Pisces for the past couple months, inadvertently a family dynamic of, you know, an alcoholic and other additives, addictions, overdosing, you know, just falling from grace, you know, and making sure, right, that we protect our own, And in the way that we do that as a parent, we must reflect so that we can give way toward a new enlightened path for someone who is still going through, right, finding themselves in all of this. Finding yourself. Someone is trying, a child. It's the family. Don't forget, it's family. And I'm sorry, and thank you for understanding, but I don't have a desk yet. See? It is finding your own way. A child in your family is trying to find their way toward fulfillment, toward peace, toward transparency of their own heart healing and how they're doing it. And you want to ensure that their path is being shown as, you know, as knowledge is power. The history of one who has passed is imperative to be spoken, to be told, to be experienced, to be shown to your kids, especially when they're young and they don't understand. There's an age difference here. This is a boy turning into a young adult, teenager, young adult, right? We have like 6 or maybe 6 to 10 years while this occurred, or it's already, as it occurred, it's been like 8 years or what have you. Same thing in Aquarius's reading. So you could be a sibling with an Aquarius going through the celebration of one's life in the family, father figure, etc. And you want to share the story. You want to share it with others so that you can heal. And maybe not only heal, but feel your way through the healing. Not just saying, oh yeah, I'm healed, it's cool. It will not evolve into a full healing of a full heart unless we talk about it, unless we learn about it, unless we get the history of that family dynamic, and also the history of the, of the person in question's family history and how they grew up as a child. So now we have the 3 of Pentacles, right? So the 3 of Pentacles with the 3 of Wands, or 2 of Wands, and 3 of, we could have 333 here. You could be seeing 3s and 2s, is my point. With 2 3s, you're talking about how have you grown over the course of time, how a child has grown over the course of time, and seeing the remnants of one's, passing. And so much love. There's so much love in one's heart. Of course. Over the course of time, right? Over the course of time. And this child has a spirit guide, which could very well be their father is their spirit guide. And they're watching over and making sure. I've said this, I know I've said this to the Aquarians and Pisces within the last couple months, 3 months maybe. It takes time to heal. And healing requires feeling and facing, acceptance, allowance, understanding, patience. There's great love here, no doubt. There's great love here without doubt. Someone's just waiting to be shown the way, and in the meantime, I feel this child, look, oh my gosh, look, a father, it is the father figure. I see a father taking care of their own on the other side. It's only a matter of time where this child needs to be given some clear direction within the next 5 to 7 months. Things will change for this child. Right? The question is, when the apple doesn't fall too far from the tree, we're also talking about the dynamic of DNA and the upbringing of not only the father of the child, but also the father of in his family of the child, as well as the direction that Spirit is lending to help. Right? Spirit's saying, let's help. And they're telling me to keep going. Look at that. Father always watches out for his children. And it's not a physical entity. It is the love of the energy of Father, Mother, Son, the Trinity. This father is protecting 2 of his children very closely, watching over, making sure they don't fall off the same branch. I don't know why I'm saying that. Doing the same thing. Being defensive too. So you could want to talk about this, about maybe get more in-depth conversations with your kids, Pisces, about, every time we talk about addiction or dad or something, you fly off the handle, or we're here to help. Maybe all the family, I'm not saying it's an intervention, but in some way, shape, or form, it may be trying to get into someone's headspace to figure out where they're headed to ensure that they don't fall too far away from reality, right? From reality. And to heed the call, for sure. Right, Pisces? That's what you're there to do. You're there to help your kids heed the call. Keep your eyes open. Always be there to listen. And to share the best love, advice, or advice just of what path you're taking or where are you headed. Let's talk about it. Let me help you. Okay? It's crazy how, sorry, I have to hold my phone because it happened in Aquarius too, their reading. So let me pick some cards here from, the Light Seers deck, okay? For this really beautiful reading of a child's love of their own father and what it means to help, and what is your call? How are you able to help? Okay? All right, so I'm just picking from the deck, as you can see. Sorry. Just going to pick. And no, I don't have a desk. Not yet. Okay, let's pick a couple cards. The King of Pentacles. So you're very capable of helping a Virgo, Taurus, Capricorn, which could be your sun, right? this is someone who has definitely shown up as, okay, I'm here for you. This is compassion. This is the Blessed Mother. This is a mother figure who's very grounded, who's very abundant in so many aspects of their lives. She has her eyes closed, so she has also the branches, interesting that we said it, right, of the tree of knowledge, where she sits nearby to help, to listen, to be compassionate, to show her love, to share her wisdom, but in a way that is not aggressive, right? Showing her wisdom in the light of a mother and a mother's love, right? Caring. Sorry. The only one who does a reading with one hand while the other holds the camera. It has to happen. Ten of Swords. Reenacting the Pisces. You could very well be this mother. And or this is the mother and the father, right? And part of the family unit of beautiful love in children, with your children. So the dynamic of these Ten of Swords, why it comes up twice is exactly because we are celebrating we're toasting to the love of a husband who has passed, a father who has passed, and what those memories bring still so vividly into our existence, you know? Never forgotten. And always loved. It's beautiful. So your job as a mother, if that is you, is to nestle the yoke of your own. You must heal as well, Pisces. And here's the thread. Here's the thread. Because everyone is feeling the pain of the loss of a father and of a husband. And no matter how far and how long, you know, literally, how far or how long it's been that has passed, it doesn't matter. What matters is the love is always there, and that's what we are sharing with our kids. Take that love, take those experiences, have the child ask the questions, or you can share little bits and pieces of, sorry, I'm fidgeting, and I did in Aquarius as well, little bits and pieces of what one left and what they leave. The energy of one who has passed, that doesn't go away. It surrounds us every day. And maybe that's part of what you're telling a child. And that child is gathering a lot of love and compassion with their significant person. Because now they're not, sorry, I have to do this again. They're not this 15-year-old. They're now 25. And they're reenacting the same similar scenarios as they did with their father. They're getting, what I mean is they're in a relationship now, and are they becoming their father, or are they becoming better men? Not that their father was not bad, just the addiction to drugs and or alcohol took a turn for their body, gave out. So someone is showing them and helping them as they grow and work through this, hopefully. Let me look at the next card, because a mother can only do so much once a child has grown into their own. Oh my God, death again. This is massive. Let me find it. I have a lot of cards here on the bed, and this is how we do it. Okay. One is the skeleton, the remains, right? And the other shows, which is a beautiful depiction in the Light Seers deck, it shows how we are Mother Earth and we become Mother Earth. And that this entity, this soul of one's father, your, potentially if it's your husband and you are the widower, I feel this is definitely drawn to a feminine mother figure who has lost her husband like 8-10 years ago, and now you're trying to gain some insight into how your son is dealing with it, as well as how his significant person or her, like how they are dealing with it together. And their relationship, is it similar to what you had with your love versus the love that he's feeling with his whatever, girlfriend, lover? Is it the same, the apple falling from the tree? But this depicts the ashes to ashes here, and then dust to dust here. And knowing, maybe that's what Spirit is trying to say. Knowingly explain to those who have loved and lost that they're, the only thing that's lost is the skeleton. The remains is the soul who watches over. Dust to dust. The seeds that are being planted now are seeds for one's own child to grow and to learn from, and to heal from, and to see, as you have, Pisces, to see the dawning of a new day. No one says to not feel the way you feel, and to not heal in the time that it's needed to heal from. Take all the time that you need, because Spirit's saying this is the reciprocity of how you give and receive love. One cannot receive with half a heart love, but you can certainly give it your best love to all, and you will heal that heart for yourself. Okay, I'm going to unplug here for a minute and get those karma cards before that happens. Karma cards. And thank you for being so understanding that you know, when batteries low, which not surprising, it happened in Aquarius too. Batteries low means someone's levels were very low. And, you know, it takes 9 months for a child to be, so funny. Look at with the trust of a child. For a child to grow within the womb, as it takes pretty much the same 9 months for one to know that they will be transitioning, whether they know it or not. It's usually a subconscious knowledge, if you will. Have faith and trust in that of a child. Now is the time to direct everything, that you have away from worry and direct it all to love. The faith that you have and the trust in spirit will give you the actual most gratification of blessings. It's all about the power of love. We invest and we take gambles in life because life is a game. But to understand that the practicality of showing and sharing one's story, such as a father figure who has passed, to share that with your children is the resources that you need right now, Pisces. It's giving me a low battery. That is what you need to show up as and for your children to see, and stop fidgeting, to see the benefits of the love and unconditional trust that comes with the story of one's own. I send you so much love and light. If you need me, I'm here. Take care. Have a great month.